Hey guys, it's Glenn from glenscarcollection.com, and we are driving a 2017 Bentley Continental Speed GT. So we have a 12-cylinder engine, about 633 horsepower, 620 foot-pounds of torque, and you could feel every inch of it. I hope you like yellow, because this car has yellow accents, and it actually looks pretty cool. I'll show you the seats. So we'll take it for a quick drive. We'll pull over in about 5 minutes. We'll go through all the features of the car, walk around the exterior, and then we'll drive some pretty cool back roads on the way back. Special thanks to DCH Acura in Verona, New Jersey for new and used Acuras, and they also have about 80, I'll call them Glen cars in stock. Porsches with manual transmissions, Ferraris, Lamborghinis, Bentleys, you name it. We just got out of a GT3 RS, and that's the exact opposite of that. That was probably my dream car, 2016 GT3 RS, lava orange. I'm not sure which video I'll post first, probably the GT3, so check it out on the channel. And this car has more horsepower, not as fast because it's a heavy car, but it is quiet, it is luxurious. Like if you were driving from where I live in New Jersey to California, this would be a great car to do it. You have a V12 engine, over 600 horsepower, the miles can just fly by, and you're in complete comfort. Now this has probably a stiffer ride than regular Continental Bentleys that I've driven, since this is the GT, but let me tell you something, it is a Lexus or a Rolls-Royce compared to a GT3 RS. All right, the traffic's not with us today. People want to go 20 miles an hour. I have no idea why. So we're going to make a right up here and go to some S-turns. And then after that, we'll pull over and look at the exterior and interior. All right, mister, you can make it. Now, why do people have to take up the entire road just to make a left turn? All right, so quiet in here, you can hear a pin drop if I wasn't talking. All right, so we're going to signal. Signal's a little lower than you think. The paddle shifters are basically in the way there. All right, so now the GT3 RS, ooh, it sounds good. The GT3 RS flew through these S-turns. You know, we got a 5,000-pound vehicle now, and I can feel, I feel the roll. So it's not fair. It's probably not the same buyer. Somebody who tracks that GT3 RS on the weekends, they may have this as their daily driver. So we kind of got to look at this as a daily driver or special occasion car. Even though the sound is muted, the V12 sounds phenomenal. Nothing beats a V10 or a V12. And how many times in your life will you have a chance to own, or even much less drive? I'll probably never own a V12, and this will probably be one of the few times I ever get to drive a V12. You can hustle it around here. Your significant other would definitely pick to be a passenger in this car than the GT3 RS, I'll tell you that. So now this has just power for hours. You put your foot down, and it just keeps pulling, and let's stay out of this puddle, and it just keeps going. It never drops off, the power on this car, at least so it seems. Gorgeous car. I love analog gauges. They actually, I think, are digital, that are supposed to be analog, and they look pretty cool. Very quiet in here. Make sure everything is shut. All right, so we'll make a left-hand turn. So far, impressions are great. I mean, these cars are $200,000 even used, but worth every penny if you have the money. I like the Bentleys over the Rolls-Royces. I've driven both, and I just think the Bentleys are a lot more sporty, more of a sports car, more of an eye-catching car. So look at all the yellow we have here. Here we have heated seats, cooled seats, parking brake, green light. We'll go over the features in 2 minutes, I promise. Wow. Speed is deceptive here. You look down and you're going to be going faster than you thought. Now, this is a real bumpy road. It was knocking the heck out of us in that GT3 RS. Here, it's still a bumpy road, but this has a very good compliant suspension, even though this is probably the stiffest Bentley you can buy for the street. Ooh, an M2, my old, actually an M2 competition. All right. Make some turns around here, and we're going to pull up right ahead, and we'll go over the exterior and interior of the car. Now, they're all-wheel drive, so that helps get the power to the ground. We really can just put our foot down in the car. The electronics of the car will sort everything out. Brake pedal is very stiff. I barely press it. The brake travel is about an inch total. All right, so let's pull over here. All right, it's Glenn from Glenn's Car Collection. We're at 2017 Bentley GT Speed Convertible, as you can see by this soft top. Unfortunately, it's the middle of winter here in New Jersey, even though it's a 40-degree day, so we're not going to take the top down. But gorgeous, gorgeous car with all these yellow accents. Look at this. You better like yellow, but honestly, I like yellow, and I think it looks beautiful. The yellow stitching, the yellow contrast. Look at this. It looks amazing. Back seat, maybe you won't be able to fit back there, but beautiful car. Now, the best part of this car, beautiful wheels, brakes, best part of the car is right here. It is a 6-liter V12 with twin turbo, 633 horsepower, I believe, 620 foot-pounds of torque, and you feel every bit of it. All right, so let's take a look at the inside. Let's do a quick walk around first. Gorgeous car, probably one of my favorite cars, certainly one of my favorite luxury cars. You can't beat them for looks. They're reliable cars. Maintenance isn't too bad. Beautiful cars. You want to impress your significant other, this is a great way to do it. Beautiful yellow piping on this car. Key goes into the left just like a Porsche. All right. This car only has 7,300 miles on it. Wow, it is nice in here, let me tell you. All right, so here we go. Here's the key, and the key has a regular lock, unlock, open the trunk button. We're going to start the car now. It sounds good, right? But it's subdued for sure. You even got yellow on the gear shift lever. These only come with automatic transmission, torque converter automatic. Your parking brake is in the middle. You got your heated and cooled seats. You got sport shocks, which we don't need to use. The car handles very well. We can open and close. Another start stop button here. Hazards, plenty of storage, big cup holders here. Beautiful touchscreen, beautiful car. I love those yellow mirrors when you drive. That's amazing. You got this, the tweeters here for the stereo. Really high-end car. So let's take it to some of those S-turns. Ooh, see, that's sport mode. Ooh, let's drive in sport mode. Oh yeah, so you can definitely hear it's definitely a sage louder in sound than going in drive. You have paddle shifters, but it's a torque converter automatic, so I don't know how much that's going to do for us. Oh yeah, oh wow. And I'll hold it in gear longer. It upshifted for us into third. Oh man. Oh yes. It handles these turns really well for how much it weighs. You know, considering the weight, I think you'd be fine. I mean, this handles better than a 5,000 pound SUV for sure. These are really, really bumpy roads, as we're going to see right there. See how soft that bump was? When we hit that with the Lamborghini or the GT3 RS, it's like boom, 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 boom. Here it's, you wouldn't even notice it unless I pointed it out to you. All right, so we'll take it back through some twisties. All right, so let's take it past those S-turns. Wow, you could really feel this. Over 600 pounds of torque, 620 foot-pounds from that twin-turbo 6-liter V12. It handles really well. I could get used to this. Wow. Oh, man. It just, like, pushes you back in your seat here. Now, the ideal time would be driving this down the Jersey Shore with the roof off. We have the exact opposite today with a 40-degree winter day, but actually that's warm. It was 15 degrees last Saturday, so 40 is shirts weather here in Jersey. All right, so you can feel that, you know, on the turn in there. There would definitely be some understeer. It has all-wheel drive standard, so you can really drive this all year round with the proper tires. Put a set of snow in the winter. The biggest thing here is, do you want to get salt on your car? You own a $200,000 Bentley. Do you want to get salt and rust it out? No, I don't think so. So you probably got a Range Rover or something, maybe an SVR Range Rover for the winter. Wow, this is a fun ride. Let me tell you something. Do I like this better than the regular Continental? Yes. The GT Speed just feels so much more like a sports car. All right, and the shifting actually was pretty well there. It kept me in the lower gears. It upshifted. It felt really, really good. So we're going to put it now in drive, just because we're going to start hitting traffic lights and stuff like that. Now, this is an eye-catching car. even without the yellow accents. You add the yellow accents to it, it's unbelievable. So I'm so lucky that I've been able to drive this car. Thanks again to Tim at DCH Acura in Verona, New Jersey for allowing me to take this car for a spin. He's got new and used Acuras. He's got a big inventory of cars, and he's got about 80 what I'll call Glen cars, which are Porsches with manual transmissions, M5, Lamborghinis, Ferraris, Audi R8s, you name it. So definitely check them out. All right, so this is definitely a sweet ride. I can see putting miles and miles out on this car. This is the kind of car you can easily put 20,000 miles. This you could drive along the Pacific Coast Highway in complete comfort. Take this to Monterey Car Week, drive across country from New Jersey, drive to Florida, and you'd have a really great time. Pictures don't do justice for this car, you know, just because if we don't get much light in the winter, the sun's kind of low in the sky, and it just casts bad angles that you don't see how good this exterior color looks, and it just kind of like blends in. It just looks too dark, but it's really stunning in person, and you know, you're going to be putting most of your miles on this car in the summertime. Bentleys have come a long way. I drove a 2004 Continental GT, which you can get cheap now with that W12 engine, and half the time I probably say V12 and it's W12, but that was some car. I remember passing people on the highway driving the convertible version of the coupe, and I couldn't believe how powerful it is. Well, this car is probably twice as fast as that car was, and it's just it's a blast to drive, comfortable, fast. There's nothing wrong with this car. Is it tough to afford? Is it very expensive? Yep, but it's expensive for a reason. All right, guys, thanks again for watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time.